Hey, and welcome back. It's been a while. I haven't really been uploading to YouTube for a while, and I've been trying to focus more on study and training. And in doing so, I'm trying to work on one of the weakest parts of my game, which is visualization. Constantly forgetting where pieces are, what their role is, what's changed in the position, and I forget about pieces. I blunder way more than I should. And so I need to work on my visualization. And I've been doing exercises out of a book, but also I found this blindfold variant on chess.com and it's been a useful tool I've started playing with recently. So I'm going to play a game here and I wanted to show you what it's all about. You have to keep track of the game in your mind. You can see the most recent move, but you can't look through the notation previously. For the viewer, after the game is over, I will add an overlay in the upper right, maybe. I don't know. We'll see where I put it. But you'll get to see what the pieces are doing as the game is going on. I don't get to see that until after. So, yeah, without further ado, let's jump in. All right. We have a game. It's another provisional rating, so we'll see if it turns into a serious game. We have the white pieces. I'm going to try to play a Jabava London if I can. E6. Well, they're letting us take the center, so might as well. Okay. So I guess this is some sort of French. D takes C4. Okay. So I played D4, E6, E5, D5, takes, takes, push, takes. Okay. And now he plays knight f6. And I can't remember my opening theory. I could have swore I think we developed this knight. Bishop b4 check, okay? So he has a knight here. I still have my bishop. But doesn't that hang my pawn? Bishop, okay. I don't want to move my queen. But I will. Knight c6. Now that my queen isn't on a light square, I'm really unsure. I'm kind of unsure. I guess I'll castle next. I feel like I should push. I really want to get my queen back on a light square and push. But I don't know what to do. I think I should castle first. castles. Castles. What's funny is I hung my d4 pawn when I played bishop to d2. I'm glad he didn't take that, he or she. Now my knight is here. This might be a good move. I want to fix this. Yeah, we gotta fix this. There we go. Bishop e6. So this is a fork, is it not? Okay, so we have a knight here and a bishop here. We have our bishop here, our queen here, and our knight here. And he has his knight there. So if I push, takes, yeah. Aren't I just winning a piece here? Takes. No, because he can... Okay, so if I push, takes, yeah, I'm winning a piece. So bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes, knight takes. Now I'm up a piece. I'm up a piece. Nice. Okay, that was a decent game. Now I get to see the pieces. I couldn't remember my theory, so let's take a look at my study. Bishop b4 check wouldn't make much sense for black, since after knight c3, you transpose to the main line with a tempo up. And what's the main line? Yes. Ah, so you don't care about this. You target the bishop and force black to give you the bishop pair. Bishop d2 is a common inaccuracy. Yeah, it misses out on the chance to win the bishop pair and even gives black the chance to take it with knight takes d2. You have gained the bishop pair and ready to consolidate your position. Okay, So I just have to remember that idea. So yeah, this was a huge mistake. Not huge. I shouldn't say it's huge. And then, yeah, I really wanted to push d5 right now. But castles, I think, is best. And then, yeah, he walked into a fork. Cool. Well, that's the first decent game of the day. I'm going to record another. Okay, we have another game starting. I'm black. Let's play a Carocon. D3. Okay. Knight C3. Okay. Kind of in a classical. Let's see if we get a Tartakower. We are in a Tartakower. Bishop E2. So now this is the point. We bring our rook. And now we can go for this pin. Castles. We got to get this knight here. We do not trade this bishop if it's attacked. We will move it back and here if needed. Yeah, this is all pretty standard. Why did he move his bishop? Bishop here, bishop there? I don't understand. He moved it to E3. I could have swore. Did I lose track of that last move? I'm a little confused. Okay, best. Might as well move this bishop here. A4, yeah, that's a good move. So now, this is their pawn structure. And no, I don't have a pawn there. This is my pawn structure and this is their pawn structure. So this is a threat. What I could do, let's say I take, bishop takes, queen here, threatening mate on this square, threatening mate here. Oh, I can't, no different colors, okay. Threatening mate there. He could either push, he can't push, yeah, he could push this to block the mate, or push this to stuff the mate. I don't want to induce that until H3 is played. So I think taking the knight and going for this one move threat is, yeah, I think taking the knight Bishop takes. Oh no, that's okay. So bishop takes. Queen here, threatening mate. There's only one way to defend it. And that's this. But after this, I'm just stuffed. There's nothing I can do. So I think ideally I wait until h3. So I almost want to play this. He's whining about me taking too long, which is... I said, if you don't like the time control, don't accept. I'm thinking. I think maybe I should play this. B4. Well, the whole reason I played A4 was to take. Okay, so we made a little progress here. I think. Now his pawn structure looks like this. And my pawn structure looks like this. Now this pawn is a lone pawn and a weakness. So let's move our queen here. Now we have a threat. I'm threatening to take. I'm also threatening to move my rook here. Queen E1. Isn't my rook here? Yeah, but his bishop is here. So now this is bad. If he takes with the bishop, I win the queen with check or just checkmate. Which one do you want to do? Ooh. Okay, now I'm spoiled for choice. Do I just... No, I take with check first. Oh, what? It's not check? I don't understand. Oh, because the rook's there. Yeah, this is just checkmate. My bad. My bad. I forgot the rook was there. Yeah, that was a weird move. This was a good move. Now it's coming with threats. Checkmate. And this was even worse. And for some reason, I forgot about this rook. So I thought this was being taken with check. I thought it was just an extra... Yeah. What is with all these lines? Weird. I don't know what's happening. This is him? So yeah, this was just bad. And yeah. I should have just took him with... I thought this was an extra dig just before I checkmated him. I thought... Well, what I was actually thinking, because I didn't visualize this rook here, I thought after check, the king would go here, and then now when I take here, he escapes. So I thought, oh, I'll take with check first and force this rook to take, and then I'll... But then I realized there's a rook here, and it's just checkmate. So yeah. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, we have another game. E4. Let's try to play a Carol-Con. Knight C3. Knight F3. Cool. We might get another Tartakower. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. Tartakower declined. Attack the queen and take the knight. Okay. Pawn structure. Pawn here. He played e4, I played c6. He played knight, I played there. So I think this is his pawn structure. And this is my pawn structure. So nope. Oop. And my knight is already out. It says I've won 2 knights. I don't remember that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I took the knight in the center, moved my bishop, took his other knight. Yeah. Bishop d3. Yeah. Might as well just... I always get messed up here because his queen is here. And there's nothing going on here. And then he freaking goes for this crazy attack. It's annoying. The queen goes back to this square and eyes this up. Whatever. Castles, okay. At least he castled kingside. I like that. So, one option I like is to bring the knight here and here. But he can double my pawns, but that opens up a file for me, so I don't care. Isn't this pawn hanging right now? It is. Why am I not taking this pawn? Why am I not taking it? Okay, let's think about the pawn structure again. E4, C6, knight C3, push, knight F3, takes, knight F6, moved his queen here, I took, he took, then I moved my bishop here, then he moved this pawn here. Yeah. Why am I not taking this? I'm pretty sure I can't. Now I can't. Yeah. Damn it. This pawn was undefended and I missed it. That sucks because his queen is here right now. Missed it. I missed it. Okay, so his pawn structure, that's a shame. That's my bad. This is why we do this. This is his pawn structure right now. And this is my pawn structure right now. Yeah, this pawn was hanging and I missed it. Anyway, continue with the plan. Rook E1. My bishop is here. Where is his bishop? Is it still on its home square? I think it is. His queen's here, so I don't want to move my... You know, this is interesting. The knight's here. He might push this. I hate this. Yeah. So... I could just attack this pawn. But the bishop is still there, so it's not really attacking the pawn. And my knight's here anyway, so I can't. I guess I want to just castle, hey? Yeah, might as well. Queen H3. Okay, so yeah, his bishop is here. But my knight defends the square. My knight's here. No, it isn't. Where is my goddamn... Oh, I traded it. So yeah, that sucks. Now, if I push this, he might go for the sacking idea, which would be bad because I just castled. I just castled. So that's not an option. So I think the only way you defend this I think I have to weaken my dark squares, but I have a dark square bishop. So does he. This is the pawn structure now. So my dark squares are super weak, but I have a dark square bishop, so does he. Bishop h6. Can't let him have the rook. Now I can either go here with the bishop. Rook A to D1. Yeah. Okay. Now I could trade. He's got rooks here. I could initiate a trade of bishops. But I really like the idea of going here, but my queen needs to stay on this side of the board, I think. So my two candidate moves are bishop here or bishop here. I could get rid of his dark square bishop, but then my king loses a defender, but it also loses an attacker. Is there any downside to this move? I think his queen is misplaced. My queen could then swing over to maybe here. Okay. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I like seeing my pawn structure. This is his. So I think my queen's here, my bishop's here. I'm going to attack his bishop. Bishop takes g6? If I take... If I take, is he trying to sack a rook here? Rook takes, pawn takes, queen takes with check. I have a rook here. Yeah, no, I'm taking. Calling his bluff. I don't understand. So my bishop is still attacking his bishop. Oh, he's going for it. Bishop takes h6. Queen takes h6. Is he trying to move this rook over here? Yeah. Queen h4. Okay. Now my queen is defending. have a rook here. This rook is undefended. So there's no longer a rook on the d file. What about this? Ah, darn it. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. He sacked a piece for a big attack. That didn't happen. Yeah, why did I not take the free pawn? Dang it. Should have took the pawn. But anyway. Yeah, so I'm curious if this was a thing. I think this was the best way forward, right? Or this. I actually like that a little better. Keep my pawn structure in front of my king intact. Yeah, I like c5 better. I think c5 was the move. Yeah, c5 was a move, then followed by this. I think that's a pretty solid game. Yeah, pretty cool. I dig it. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it there. Until next time, cheers.